And Andrea?
Yes.
I'm going to rotate the camera so that you're on the microphone works better on the front. But so I'm just, let's just show your t-shirt.
Yep.
And before I actually talk to you, do you want to just introduce your kids to us?
I would love to.
Or we can just show them on camera if you want.
Sure. So I'm Andrea. This is my son Declan. He's my youngest. He's 6 years old. My oldest son Logan is over here sitting in the red. Yep, he's 12. And then my middle son Camden is the one really getting into it.
Wonderful.
He's
and now,
9.
And now I'm going to reverse the camera so that. So, Andrea, if you come in close, you see how I'm doing it because the microphone works much better on this side.
Okay.
So you actually protested, you and your sister, who we'll talk to in a minute, you and your sister actually protested with Bloodstained Men in Florida, what, about 3 years ago?
It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
It was right before COVID. Right before.
Oh, right, our last Florida tour.
Yes, exactly.
And you have, and your husband's out here too.
Yes, he is.
And we'll talk to him in a minute. He said it'd be okay to talk to him. Scott.
Scott, yes. Yep.
So basically, give us your elevator pitch. Why this matters, Andrea?
It matters because it's a human rights issue. My boys were all born perfect, and they remain perfect. And I like to speak out and let everyone know that we all deserve that basic human right of having our body belongs to us. And I think everybody should know that. And I think especially now, where there being a kind of a movement, a body rights movement, that everyone needs to know that boys aren't protected. Like they say that girls should be, boys deserve that too.
And have you found that this issue causes troubles in your relationships with other parents, other families, relatives?
Yes, yes. We've had a little bit of a divide in our family.
A divide?
A divide, oh yeah.
That's a strong word.
A divide.
Because of you and your sister?
Yes.
Now, is she your only sibling?
No, I have another sister. I'm the oldest, she's the youngest, and then we have a middle sister.
And the middle sister is part of the divide?
No,
oh,
she's on our
with you.
side.
Oh, good,
She's on our
good,
side.
good.
Yep,
So
yep.
a coalition of sisters.
Yes,
that's awesome.
Exactly. She's not quite as outspoken as we are. She is on our side, but she's not. She doesn't do this sort of thing. She's not really outspoken.
Were you born perfect?
I was born perfect, buddy. So were you. Yeah, it's more along there's cousins in the family that we tried to kind of sway,
Yeah.
and they weren't having it, and they called us many names, and it wasn't pretty.
And that's probably a breach that won't be repaired.
It's hard. It'll never be like it used to, but we're doing our best.
Well, thank you, Andrea. Thank you for coming out with your children and your sister and her family. So I'll move on, but thank you for being out here with Bloodstained Men.
Of course, thank
and
you.
I tell people, friends don't let friends circumcise, and it sounds
That's
like
right.
you're on board.
I'm totally on board with that. Yep, absolutely. Thank you.
Let me reverse the camera then. So you can see, ladies and gentlemen, you can see how wonderful it is, ladies and gentlemen, when you join us, when you and your families join us, and you can see it is, I always say that we are a family-friendly protest movement. You and your children are always welcome out here on the front lines, and you can see it. The kids are actually enjoying themselves. But I'm now going to introduce you to Victoria. Victoria, I'm going to turn the camera in just a minute to talk to you on the mic, on the good microphone side of this. But why don't you introduce your kids to us?
This is my son Ryder.
Ryder, okay.
He is 5.
5.
And that is my son Tristan. He's 6.
Tristan up there on top of, and that's Logan?
Yep.
On top of Logan. So let me reverse the camera. And Victoria, if you come up here, you can see how I do it, so that you can get in the, so we can get you framed in here. So Victoria, I was just talking to your sister, and you protested with us in Florida several years ago.
Yes.
And why does this issue matter to you?
It matters to me because girls are protected at birth from genital mutilation and boys are not, and that's not right. Sorry, I'm just paranoid about him.
Mommy, my thing. Okay, buddy.
Well, and I'm going to move on. I see you've got your hands full taking care of your little one there. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you for joining Bloodstained Men on the front lines. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to introduce you to Scott. And Scott, let me come down here. Let me reverse the camera, because you have a great, it's a great story, really.
Yeah.
Come up here so I can get the intersection behind us.
Okay.
Just right there. And I got to frame you like,
Go for it.
the microphone is just so much better on this side of the camera. I don't know why. But,
Okay.
Scott, you said some interesting things to me, but why don't you, in your own words, tell me why you're out here today with your family and Bloodstained Men?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing for me is, I mean, I'm cut, unfortunately, and that ship has really sailed for me. But I have 3 sons. They're not. They're intact. Big props to my wife for really educating me and bringing me into it. I think like most North American men, I had no idea that this was even an issue, right? I mean, you grow up,
it's
circumcision.
done to us by stealth as newborns.
It is. Well, I mean, and it's just how things are, and you don't question. And once you start questioning it, you're like, wow, this doesn't really make a lot of sense. This is not. Who does this benefit? Not me, right? I mean, maybe the doctors who make the money off of it, but certainly not me. And I thought that once I realized what was going on, it was incredibly unfair.
Yeah.
And I didn't want my boys to have to go through that, so we decided to keep them whole. And
Awesome.
hopefully, a generation going forward, they'll do the same.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for
Yep.
being out here with Bloodstained Men, and congratulations, Dad. Proud dad of 3 intact sons.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's
Yep,
awesome.
thank
That's
you.
awesome. Thank you, man.
Yep.
Let me get that. That's awesome.
Yeah. No,
That's
we're
awesome.
glad to
Really,
be out here.
that's what it's about.
Yep, it really is.
And Victoria, I did not get your T-shirt in. That is awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fundamental truth, and we all know it's true. If circumcision was so great and wonderful, it wouldn't be done during the only time in a man's life when he can't say no. I mean, we cannot say that loud enough for the people in the back, Victoria. If circumcision was so great and wonderful, it wouldn't be done during the only time in a man's life when he can't say no. Now, is that your quote? Good one. Congratulations. Thank you, Victoria and family. Andrea's sisters, and a great American intactivist story, ladies and gentlemen. Intactivists in families. Just wonderful. And ladies and gentlemen, Juan, do you want to talk to us for a minute? Come on up here so that I can, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn the camera, Juan, so that we can talk to you. Let me get on this side of you. And there we go.
How's it going, everybody?
Juan, welcome to the front lines with Bloodstained Men and Their Friends. And you say you saw on YouTube that we were coming to town.
That's right. I saw the Haverhill video, and I missed it. So I looked him up in the website, Bloodstained Men's, and I came to Portland, Maine, to see the protest and support.
That's awesome. And you're out here working hard alongside everyone else.
Yep, we are.
Juan, tell us why this issue matters.
It matters because everybody should have a choice to to choose whether they want to have a part of their body removed. I think it's evil. I think it should.
Evil.
It's evil.
Yeah.
Yes, it is evil. And they should not do it in newborns. And I think the medical industry is exploiting the situation. They're making money out of it.
It's a $2 billion industry. Yeah.
Yes, it is. And and I think it should stop. There's no religious reason for it. It's all medical quackery, and that's what it is.
Thank you, Juan. Thank you for joining Bloodstained Men on the front lines of the struggle for human rights in the United States. Amazing that we should have to do this work, but thank you for coming out here and joining us on the front lines.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can see it's just wonderful when local residents come out and join us on the front lines. It magnifies our message. It helps us out. It increases our morale because we are all volunteers. When you take time out of your life to join us on the front lines, you can see it really inspires and motivates us. And it's just a real boost to the volunteers who travel around the nation on our own time, on our own dime. Your donations go only to pay for our road expenses. We don't get paid at all, ladies and gentlemen, for our labor. And here's Catherine Franklin. Catherine, let me reverse the camera again.
Hi.
Let's come up here so I can come around and get the intersection. Catherine, how's it going today here?
Good.
We've got a lot of support here in Portland, Maine.
Yes. It's good weather too, and lots of honks of support. A few thumbs down, but the rest of the people were supportive, so they just look silly.
Did you were telling me right as I was going live, some woman gave you a dirty look, or she?
It was a couple in the car, and they both had their thumbs down at me, and it was during that moment that other people were cheering when I was speaking through the mic.
So they heard other people cheering. Yeah,
she's
I've
really
noticed
worked
that's
up.
happening out here a lot today. There will be boo birds, but they hear other people honking and thanking us, and so they have to hear all that.
Yes. It was funny. It kind of takes care of itself.
It does.
Karma in the moment.
Yeah. Thank you, Catherine Franklin. Thank you for being out here with Bloodstained Men. Thank you. Have a good day. And Daniel Bryce, it will not be a complete live video without the appearance of Daniel Bryce, ladies and gentlemen. The Iron Man of the Bloodstained Men Road Crew, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to show you why. If you haven't seen it before, it is a phenomenon to behold. Ladies and gentlemen, the Daniel Bryce. That's a powerful message carved into his flesh, ladies and gentlemen. And Daniel, I've been hearing your explanation to people. Let me reverse the camera. Did I get it reversed? Yeah. I've been hearing your explanation to people why you did the tattoos, but tell us again for our audience that may not have heard it.
Well, there's many reasons. One, I wanted to show the world my scars. I hate how The mutilators, they're like pedophiles. They don't want you to talk about it. They don't want you to show anybody. They just want you to, you know, keep quiet, shut up, sit down.
Quiet.
And so I wanted to drag my scars out of my pants and show the world. And how do you do that? The tattoos are how I do that. It's also a way of burning my ships, and I'm not going to back down. It's my way of being an intactivist. Everywhere I go, if I forget my cards at home and I go to the store, I can still be an intactivist. I can be an intactivist without even realizing I'm being an intactivist.
Yeah, I think you mentioned something about you were somewhere in public and you were wearing a short sleeve shirt and you saw people gasping and talking.
Oh,
they,
yeah.
They saw your tattoos.
Yeah. Just at the airport, we were taking the bus around the airport to get to the rental car place, and I was with Mike. And we got off the bus and Mike said, did you see those guys? They were pointing at your tattoos and whispering to each other. They were talking about you. So it's like, yeah. And here's the thing. I don't care if they're talking good or bad because it plants a seed in their mind.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And somebody's going to remember it and research it or talk to somebody they know who's pregnant. So even the tattoo artist that did my tattoos told me he saved a baby. He knew a friend, a lady who was pregnant. And I had given him a card and he gave it to her. And because of that, she saved her baby.
Amazing.
So,
thank you, Daniel Bryce.
Thank
We
you.
will, of course, talk to you again. You are part of the road crew, and we have still almost 2 weeks to go on this tour. This is day 2.
Just the beginning.
And we have, I guess this was a total of 13-day tour, so we have 11 more days.
Nice.
Thank you, Daniel Bryce.
Thank you.
Thank you. Join us. Be on the right side of history. Cutting children's genitals is barbaric and wrong. All mammals are born with foreskin for a reason. There's no extra parts.
Christina, I can't tell with the glare. Did I get this camera reversed, or is it still showing us?
It's showing traffic.
Okay, you can see the reflection off the.
Yeah, that's Catherine going past. Yeah, I know, it's super hard to see.
Yeah, I'm having trouble seeing it. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, now I can see it. It's so bright. And here's David Atkinson, ladies and gentlemen. David Atkinson, CEO and planner, co-director of Bloodstained Men. David Atkinson, do you have a minute to talk to us? Let me reverse the camera. Man, this is so bright. Okay, I think, did I get it reversed? Can you tell?
Yeah, I can see our silhouettes.
Okay, good. David Atkinson, we are here in Portland, Maine. This is part 2 of day 2 of the New England Circumcision Crisis protests. How's it going?
It's totally amazing here. We have cars all over the place, and they go by slowly enough that they definitely see us and honk and give smiles and thumbs up, or occasionally not thumbs up.
Occasionally, yeah.
And we're just reaching lots and lots of people here in Portland, which is the biggest city in Maine. We were in Portland once many years ago in 2015. We went downtown, which was also a good location.
By the library, I remember that.
Yeah. So we've had a good visit today to 2 locations in Maine, and
Where are we going to be
Everything's
tomorrow?
going well. Tomorrow we'll be at 2 locations in New Hampshire, in Concord and Lebanon.
So Concord in the morning, Lebanon in the afternoon.
Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen, David Atkinson and I, we are co-directors of Bloodstained Men. We cordially invite you, if you live in New Hampshire or New England, or wherever you live, please join us on the front lines. It really matters, ladies and gentlemen, when the American public sees you joining us on the front lines.
Yeah, we'll be all around New England for the next a little under 2 weeks now. So we're spreading foreskin awareness all throughout the region, because when American parents learn about the functions of the foreskin, they protect their children from the doctors who want to tamper with their genitals.
That's true. That's true. Thank you, David Atkinson. We will talk to you again tomorrow. I believe I reversed the camera, ladies and gentlemen. It's so bright when I'm looking from every angle I look at it from, I'm seeing my own reflection, but I believe it's been reversed. Let me confirm. David Atkinson, can you confirm that I have, okay, I do see a car okay, I did see it. Yeah, okay. It's so bright out here, ladies and gentlemen, I see my own reflection in the computer, in the surface, in the screen of the cell phone. I see my own reflection, and it masks the actual scene that I'm filming for this live broadcast. But sometimes if I turn the camera at the right angle, I can see it, that I am in fact filming what I want to film. There's Mike Hackett on the far corner. We've just reached thousands of people here today, ladies and gentlemen, in Portland, Maine, and this morning in Augusta, Maine. Just amazing, just wonderful, and to see the families come out and join us on the front lines. So that is my live broadcast here, ladies and gentlemen. Day 2. This is part 2 of day 2 from the front lines of the struggle to protect all children from genital mutilation, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what this young man's sign says. Doctors, stop torturing babies. So true. So true. And little ma'am, let me see. It says, our little man, proud to be intact. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And thank you, Dad. Thank you all for coming out here and joining Bloodstained Men on the front lines of the struggle for human rights in the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be in New Hampshire tomorrow. You heard it from our CEO. We'll be in Concord, Massachusetts. And please come on out and join us. We need your help, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brother K reporting for Bloodstained Men. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, friends, don't let friends circumcise. Bloodstained Men, we are here to warn the American public that circumcision is not medicine, that circumcision is cruel and harmful, and that all children should be protected from genital mutilation. That's why we're here, and we're warning you, we're warning all the people of New England that we can reach, that friends don't let friends circumcise, so that you can warn your friends, your neighbors, your relatives. Friends don't let friends circumcise. Let's put an end to this nightmare, to this madness that American doctors are inflicting on our sons, this genital torture, this ancient genital sacrifice in American hospitals, just absolutely an obscenity on the face of our nation, ladies and gentlemen. So I will see you tomorrow from Concord, New Hampshire. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Do what you can. And friends, don't let friends circumcise.